My name's Lizzie. I've been a part of the BVC since about April of last year.
Bundaberg Voice Collective, or BVC. What is it?
So it's a community choir. It's sort of a place where people can come together and sing. One of the things that I really like about it is that it's a no judgment zone. Some people have had a lot of musical experience. They've spent a lot of time in the music area, done choirs before, and then some people have never even read music before and they get to all come here and we get to try and make something sound nice, and that's a fun process to be a part of. Yeah.
How did you first hear about the group?
I first heard about it when a group from Opera Queensland came to Bundaberg and they ran a little community choir, and when I was singing with them there was a lady next to me who had this folder full of music, and I asked her, where did you get all the music from? And she said, oh, you've got to join this choir, that's where we get all the music. And it turned out most people at that event were from the Bundaberg Voice Collective, so that was sort of how I ended up involved.
What made you feel welcome when you first joined?
I think the main thing that I found was that everyone was just really keen to get to know you, and there was sort of a very positive atmosphere, and everyone was just wanting to know who you are and what your history of music was and why you were here and what you enjoyed about singing and things like that.
Sounds very supportive.
Yeah.
What kind of activities or events does the Bundaberg Voice Collective do?
Yeah, mostly we do our weekly rehearsals on Tuesday nights, where we come together and we learn music under our conductor Christy's direction. And then occasionally throughout the year we might do little performances and things. We recently performed at the Bundaberg Stedford for the first time in the open category, and it's non-competitive, it's just for fun. But yeah, that was a really nice experience to sing in front of a crowd up on stage at the Moncrief and things like that. But yeah, we've also done some other singing performances throughout the year as well.
How did you feel when you were on stage as part of that Eastford performance?
I think it was pretty nerve-wracking because I'd sort of done singing a lot when I was in high school, but it had been quite a bit of time since I'd really been in that sort of up on stage. So it was a bit scary, but I knew that our group had been working together so long that we were going to do what we could and we were going to do the best we could, and I think we're all pretty happy with how we performed that day.
How do you feel like being part of a group like this has affected your well-being and mental health?
I moved to Bundaberg only a couple of years ago, and so when I first came here I definitely felt like, apart from my work, I really didn't have much connection with the community. So I think by having this sort of space where I can come and meet new people and make friends and socialise with people who I would have never come across before, I just feel a lot more connected to my community, and that sort of makes me feel more happy and gives me a nice little routine throughout the week as well.
Has being part of this group affected your work or other areas of your life?
It's definitely helped me to socialise in the community, which has been really nice. I have sort of discovered that a lot of the people I go to choir with are also connected to my work in some way. So it's sometimes nice going to work one day and then realising, oh, you work here too, and it's kind of funny.
What would you say to someone who's nervous about joining this group?
I definitely say to, the first couple of times that I tried coming here, I drove here and sat in the car park and then drove off because I was so scared to go in and sing. But I so wish that I hadn't been nervous, because people here are so welcoming and they're so friendly, and there's no need, as I said before, there's no need for you to be a good singer. If you want to be able to sing with people and you want to be involved, you'll be able to find a place.
Now, a bit of a different question. What role do you think music and voice play in building community? Yeah,
I definitely think music is one of those things where everyone can engage with it on a certain level. I'm a big believer that everyone's a singer, even if you don't necessarily think you can sing. I think with the right help and the right encouragement, I think everyone can make a nice sound with their voice.
Yeah.
And music is such a key way to connect people across interests, and music makes you feel things in a way that other things don't. So I think being able to come together as a community and connect using music is such a lovely thing.
If you're thinking back to when you first joined and maybe like that first time when you were sitting in the car to now, how do you feel like you've grown?
A much more confident person. I was quite an anxious person to begin with, and I think I was often quite worried about people judging me for my voice. With time, I've gotten much more confident and feel like I can push myself to do things that are hard and put myself out there in ways that I probably wouldn't have before.
Amazing. Well, thank you for sharing a bit of your experience with us today.
Not a problem, thank you.